Pregame.com.
Championship weekend and a little bit of a sleeper game, but two very good teams, Northern Illinois and Kent State. Both teams have beaten BCS teams this year. Northern Illinois is my pick for this game. I'm laying the 6 against Kent State. Matter of fact, I take that back. I'm not sure. Did Northern Illinois beat a BCS team? They lost to Iowa early in the season. Boy, they'd love to have that game.
Yeah.
Their only loss of the year. Kent State, they lost to Kentucky early, boy, and I had Kent State in that game. But later on, went to Rutgers and beat them handily. I remember they're getting like 13 in that game, but I had a very good bet on Kent State. So Kent State, I think, is very good. Defensively, they've been good. But you know what? If you look at the numbers, Northern Illinois is just about as good defensively as Kent State is. They're a little better against the pass. They're actually quite a bit better against the pass and a little better against the run on yards per carry, not quite in yards per game. But I think you look at that, Northern Illinois clearly superior offensively than Kent State. I think this number should be closer to 10. This game opened, I think it opened 6.5, went down to 5, but yesterday afternoon got laid back up to 6 where it's sitting right now. But I'm going to lay the 6 in this game because that's what it is right now. But I think Northern Illinois clearly the right side. Chuck Edel, I know you're from Northern Illinois. You're from Chicago.
About an hour and a half, but I partied over there a couple times.
Oh, really? Okay.
The Cal, it was an hour and a half hour drive from Chicago. But that Northern Illinois defense, too, you were looking at those stats, and what those stats don't tell you, too, is that Northern Illinois defense got much better as the season went on. They started off, the defense got better. We know the offense with Lynch there, the quarterback running, throwing the ball, has had a great season. Both these teams, it's amazing, against the spread combined 19-4-1. Northern Illinois won the same matchup here last year, not in the championship, but 40-10. The last 5 games that Northern, now they play in the MAC conference, the last 5 times Northern has played Kent, they've covered all 5 of those games. They're 5-0 against the number of the last 5 games as well. And we talked about the only game they lost was the first game in the year, 18-17, Iowa at Soldiers Field. That team is much better than they were the first week.
VR
made a lot of money betting either of these teams this year. I mean, one's 9-2-1 against the spread. That's Northern Illinois. Kent's 10-2 against the spread. So you haven't gotten rich going against either team. But I agree with you. I made my line 9, and this is one of those instances where the line's telling you something because you have the lower ranked team laying points against the higher ranked team.
That's good.
You know, you got the number 21 giving 6 points to the number 17 team. And more times than not, I'm going to agree with the odds makers as opposed to the BCS, the AP, and the USA Today. So to me, that's a telling sign. My number says Northern Illinois. You broke it down, say Northern Illinois, so it's an easy pick for me.
One of my favorite things when you're in the sports book and somebody come up to me and say, "How come this team's ranked higher? How could this team be favored over?" It's like almost an automatic play when somebody asks me that question.
I always say because the bookmakers don't make their ratings.
The USA Today knows so much more.
Oh yeah, but I actually was going to mention that because I think is it possible we're saying Kent State is overrated? I don't think I've ever said that in my life. Maybe in basketball. But never in football. But you know what? They've had a very good season. I don't mean to take anything away from them. But Northern Illinois, I'm almost keeping my fingers crossed here. I'd love to see them get into one of the BCS games. I'd
like to see them play.
I think they give a lot of teams a lot of trouble. And this is not just a one-year thing.
For that. I don't think
so either.
They might deserve it.
I'd love to see it. But Chuck, and I know, like I said, you're from back there. This is not a one-year thing. This program has been getting better and better and better. This is a good, solid program. They have good athletes on this team. They really do.
Jerry Kill, who's now coaching Minnesota, coached him, got the job in Minnesota. They haven't lost a step.
No, they've been very good. All right, we've talked about it. Let's go ahead and make it official. I'm taking Northern Illinois -6 over Kent State in the MAC championship. I think if you break down the numbers, Kent State's very good on defense. I think Northern Illinois is actually a little bit better. And like Chuck Edel said, they've been getting better over the course of the season. Offensively, clearly, Northern Illinois is the superior team. We're laying 6 in this game. You have the lower-ranked team laying points to the higher-ranked team. Like VR said, that's often a tell right there. And I think it's telling you the winner. I'm going with Northern Illinois, my best bet of the weekend.
The Huskies.
Love it. Go Huskies.
Is that what they are, the Huskies?
Go Huskies.
Okay, coming up next, boy, it's me up again. I'm going to talk about Pitt and South Florida in another game that I don't know if it's going to have any BCS Bowl ramifications, but I think Pitt is theoretically
bowl eligible if they
they're
were.
locked in. I don't think they have anything to gain by that.
Oh, okay. They have a bowl. Are they going to a bowl game? I'm not sure.
5 and 6.
That's it.
5 and 6.
They need. Yeah. There's so many weird things out there.